Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. So I'm the Energy and Environment Executive in IBM Corporate Strategy. I'm an engineer and a scientist by training, and this is a really fun job. I actually lead our smarter building strategy. I do integrative approaches, as we were talking about before. I work with research, software, hardware, services, all the pieces of IBM, and an ecosystem of partners to deliver solutions to clients, and I'll talk to you about that. So we've been focusing on energy environment for a while in IBM and just kicked off our global smarter building strategy about a year ago. And at the time, we found out that we've been actually delivering intelligent buildings in China for 10 years. That's what happens when you have 400,000 brothers and sisters around the planet. You don't really know what everybody else is doing. So we've actually done some wonderful things I'll share with you. When we start doing strategies, the first thing we do is gather market insight from other people besides just talking to ourselves. And this is a study that's called Smart 2020. It's free. You can download it off the internet if you Google it, for the climate group. And it shows 4 key areas to leverage information and communications technology to drive $1 trillion a year in energy savings and many gigatons of CO2 equivalent abatement. So we looked at that to decide what some things to do. What we also saw is the world is becoming more instrumented, interconnected, and intelligent with sensors and meters, and we came up with our Smarter Planet strategy, and some of you may have seen some of the Smarter Planet or Smarter Cities ads. And then I'll talk a little bit about what does smarter really mean. And it's really what I call the 4 M's: measuring, monitoring, modeling, and managing, as Jane mentioned. So you collect data through sensors and meters, you do data integration, real-time SCADA information, whatever it is, different building information, compare it to historical data, do modeling and analytics for optimization, and then create visualization or dashboard techniques or real-time feedback systems, do set point changes or whatever. Now, that idea of smarter is what's under all these things. You can look at these at ibm.com/smarterplanet, smarter water, smarter buildings, smarter cities, smarter traffic, smarter intelligence, which sounds interesting, but smarter systems in general. But a lot of it is about measuring, monitoring, modeling, and managing. We don't do this alone, we do it with partners. These are some of the areas we've delivered smarter solutions. We have smart grid solutions that have reduced energy use by 10% and peak load on the grid by 15 to 50%. We've worked with Stockholm to help them reduce traffic congestion 25% and carbon emissions 15 to 40% around the city. That's carbon dioxide and monoxide. And we've reduced water use in some of our buildings by 27% while increasing our manufacturing output over 30%. And that's the real sustainability story. Reduce your resource use while you're growing your business. And when you pull all this together, transportation, water, energy, environmental management, public safety, and telecommunications, as somebody mentioned, then you get a smarter city. And that's what we're working with New York City on, actually. Smarter buildings, you may have seen this out of some of the CABA reports, the Continental Automated Builders Association. We're talking about bright green buildings, where you take green design, which architects have done very well for a long time, and then you add intelligence to it to have these bright green buildings that have more value to the owner-operators and to the planet. So when you look at the definition of smarter buildings, it's integrating and optimizing the physical and digital infrastructures in individual buildings and groups, and I'll talk to that. So it's more cost effective, you reduce energy and operational costs, more efficient, more comfortable, productive, safer, more secure, environmentally responsible. Sounds beautiful, right? So that's the goal of what we do, but we don't do it alone, we do it with partners, as I'll show you. So when we look at this whole picture, we talk about a smarter planet, smarter cities, and when you look at a city, what do you see? Buildings, so smarter buildings. We partner in integrating the building systems within the building with the building management system companies and others. What we're working on is creating an open systems integration layer, and Jane's involved in some of the NIST work, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, on that, and then create an enterprise view that I'll show you, which includes sustainability, security, estate management, lease, rental data, all sorts of information, so that the business leaders or the city leaders or the campus leaders can actually manage their portfolio to reduce the number of buildings, as I think you did, or reduce the amount of cost that you have while you increase efficiency. So some of the things we bring to the table start with our services organization, where we help people with energy policy goals and management. We have a Green Sigma capability, which is gathering information on energy, water, waste, and emissions and helping people manage better. A property performance management system we use inside of IBM that we're delivering to clients now, and many other pieces. This intelligent building management system is the architecture we've been delivering in China for 10 years. We integrate all these different systems in the building: CATV, access control, security, building building management, property management. And you can actually go, it's all in Mandarin right now, but you can actually go and see it and then drill down. And one of the client examples, which I think is the next chart, is the St. Regis Shanghai Hotel. If you go there, you walk in the lobby, make a left, and you'll see that little plaque, Intelligent Building, opened in 2002. We help them reduce their energy cost to revenue versus their competitive five-star hotels by 40%. And they actually measure it to the second decimal. So he's down to 4.51% when he can get his revenue up. So you know they're really measuring it. This is a system called our Property Performance Management System we use inside of IBM, and now we've externalized it for clients, but based on a piece of software we have called Maximo, which is enterprise asset management software. So you take all these disparate HR, energy, building systems and create environmental reports and things like that, more holistic view of your estate management. And what this shows you is this Maximo-based property performance management system lets you have a global view, a regional view, a country view, down to the land and property. And that's what we're helping to deliver. And I think we've been talking about how this all has to be integrated, and that's, we're lucky now. We've done it inside of IBM, now we help clients do it. We also use the Itron Enterprise Energy Management Suite internally to reduce our energy use in buildings. This is a show of green, that shows you the Green Sigma Coalition, this partnership I mentioned before. The four big building management system companies are in it, ABB as a metering company, and we're all working together. I'm in touch with all of these folks, like the CEOs or GMs of a number of these companies, as well as some others. And then this just shows you that IBM's been doing this for a while. We reduced our CO2 emissions by 44% between 1986 and 2006, and our hazardous waste generation by 95%. So we've been walking the talk and talking the walk, and we're helping clients do it. And then I have a thank you chart, so I get 20 more seconds. And another thing that we use, and it's strategic, we use in IBM is this Itron Energy Management Suite, which actually allows us to get 15-minute interval updates on our 25 most energy-intensive sites in North America with about 1,500 meters. And then we proactively manage to achieve our external goal of 3.5% energy use reduction a year and up to twice as much. That's it, thank you.